Now, student protests in South Africa over tuition increases turned more violent Thursday when riot police used stun grenades to disperse demonstrators who had gathered outside Parliament. The students say the tuition increases are intended to force poor black students out of the education system. 3 top universities were shut down earlier this week due to the protests, and some remain closed. Joining us via Skype from Johannesburg, South Africa, for more on the subject is VOA's Anita Powell. Anita, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you so much, Linord.
So, Anita, before we start our discussion, let's take a listen to what one student had to say about this.
The education problem within South Africa is a huge issue because people keep on quoting Mandela and saying that education is the right to access. Basically, it's how we become emancipated from certain things. But at the same time, education has now a monetary price, meaning to get educated you need to be wealthy. And because of our historical legacy, it means many people are disadvantaged. Black people are disadvantaged in this nation.
And Anita is joining us via phone. Now, what is the situation currently on the ground?
Well, I have to say I commend that student for explaining it so well. Today we had a protest in central Johannesburg right outside the ruling party headquarters, about 2,000 to 3,000 students. It was quite orderly, but they were very insistent. They want the government, or rather the ruling party, to deliver on its promises of free education. They don't want tuition hikes. They're quite upset at the higher education minister, and they want things to change.
So to what extent was this increase done? How much more money are there being required to pay?
So it depends on the university. The protest started at the University of the Witwatersrand, which had asked for a 10.6% tuition and fee increase. Of course, this depends on what program you're doing. Other universities have proposed increases between 10 and 20%.
Give us a picture in terms of the extent of this protest countrywide.
Right. So we have seen protests at many different, very diverse universities, and it's caused no less than 14 universities to temporarily shut their doors. Students are all really saying the same thing. They're saying that, you know, education is not adequately supported by the government and it's getting too expensive. And they are getting louder and more insistent by the day.
Okay. Anita, thank you so much for joining us. And that was VOA's Anita Powell reporting from Johannesburg.